The Kansas Jayhawks are headed to the Final Four after defeating Duke in that nail-biter overtime game yesterday in Omaha. Our Danny Welniak was in Omaha last night when KU advanced to the next round and has more on that win.
Kansas head coach Bill Self has now taken 3 teams to the Final Four, but this one is probably the most unlikely to be in this position. They're not loaded with NBA talent, and a lot of people had their doubts when they lost 3 times in Allen Fieldhouse. But the Jayhawks came together and used that as motivation. They're headed to the Final Four with a chip on their shoulders.
A lot of people doubted us, so, definitely, I was about to cry, but, I just stopped myself from crying, so.
They thought we wouldn't be able to make it, but I know what kind of group of guys that I'm competing with, and they tough, they hard-nosed, they love one another, so, I had no doubt that we can get to San Antonio.
No, they said that we wouldn't have made it to the Final Four because we were gonna play Duke, and we made it, so, that's how we talk about it, just how proud we are of each other.
Knowing that everybody doubted us for the whole season, every time we play, big games, everybody doubted us, and we keep proving everybody wrong, so it feels great. Proud of this team going to San Antonio.
Self called this team soft earlier in the year, but last night here at the CenturyLink Center, as that crimson and blue confetti was falling, he said they were anything but. Now they're Final Four bound, and they have a date with Villanova next weekend. In Omaha, I'm Danny Welniak, KCTV5 Sports.
Now, many, of course, are trying now to get their hands on some Final Four tickets in San Antonio. But I tell you what, if that's you, keep in mind those tickets come at a price, a big one at that. Tickets to that game against Villanova start at about $269, and that's for the nosebleed seats. Sideline tickets are going for more than $2,000. But if you decide to splurge on it, and if you decide to drive, keep in mind it's going to take you about 12 hours heading right down I-35, and gas, depending on the kind of car you drive, of course. But it'll run you about $100 or so. And if you choose to fly, boy, that's really going to cost you at this late notice. You're going to pay anywhere from $750 to $1,000 for that round trip ticket. Hotels aren't cheap either. The lowest price ones that we could find were about $220 per night.